Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Welcome. Well, if you follow the vegan social media world, a lot of stories are popping up this week about Anthony Bourdain, you know, the world famous chef, TV personality / international eater. Stories about him being a really hardcore hater of vegans and vegetarians. So that got my interest, so I started looking around. And yeah, indeed he is, but at first I wasn't going to do a story about this because this isn't new news. It's old news from a few years ago. But once I started reading these articles and watching some of his videos, I was just dropped. I was shocked. I've never seen a person, a well-known personality come out and hate vegans with so much vengeance. Let me show you a couple clips.
The vegans or vegans or whatever they call themselves, it was disgusting and loathsome.
We are disgusting and loathsome?
There's a direct correlation between sense of humor and intake of animal protein.
Well, there's also a direct correlation between animal protein and a number of major deadly diseases, including heart disease, breast cancer, colon cancer, lung cancer, and hip fractures.
And so they're the Hezbollah of... they share a lot of similarities with dangerous fundamentalist groups.
Really? So we're as dangerous as fundamentalist groups? Wow.
I'm frequently asked, why vegans are the enemy of everything that is good and decent and must be hunted down and destroyed so their genes don't pass on to future generations.
Wow, what an a-hole. Hunted down and destroyed so we cannot breed.
It's because if you can't enjoy even a nice, stinky, runny, ripe cheese like this, you may as well kill yourself now.
Well, he's sort of right about one thing. You might as well kill yourself now if you fail to believe the growing mountain of science clearly showing how dangerous animal protein, and cheese in particular, is. Let's take a look at what Dr. McDougall has to say about the dangers of dairy consumption.
The health problems are severe, like obesity, type 1 diabetes, other autoimmune diseases, severe constipation, all kinds of food allergy problems, heart disease, elevated cholesterol, I mean, you name it. And a dairy product diet is likely at the root of the problem.
Well, that's some pretty hardcore stuff. And I know people like Anthony Bourdain will fight with their egos trying to deny or question the truthfulness of such information. And they'll just say, oh, that guy is just cherry picking his data from some unreliable internet blogs or something like that. Well, let's see where Dr. McDougall got this information from.
You can go to the National Library of Medicine, which is www, of course, .nlm for National Library of Medicine, .nih for National Institutes of Health.gov. And you just put in cow's milk and one of these problems, and you will pull up articles about this.
The National Library of Medicine, far, far from being some kind of left-wing, hippie conspiracy group. The truth is out there, guys. You can believe it or you can doubt it.
You can believe it or you can doubt it.
All right, back to Mr. Bourdain. Well, in researching this video, I kept trying to figure out what is wrong with this guy. Yeah, he's completely full of himself, but what's really wrong with him? Why is he so hateful of those who have not only compassion for animals, but for those who have a concern about their health and well-being and how their actions affect the world and those around him? Well, it turns out that Mr. Bourdain doesn't really have much love for himself. For instance, he thinks smoking is cool. Yes, this vegan hater says, I don't want to encourage anyone to quit smoking. I mean, in my experience, it really does make you cool in school. Chicks love it. He's also known for being a, quote, unrepentant drinker. In addition, he's a past heroin addict and looks back on those days fondly as being a great preparation to becoming a celebrity. He still loves fast food joints with Popeyes and KFC amongst his favorites. And he's also eaten a live cobra's heart. Alright, all of this goes to illustrate a very important principle. Yes, I think I have figured out what's wrong with Mr. Bourdain. It's a problem that many people in Western civilization unfortunately share, and it's this. If you don't give a crap about your body, if you don't care about or realize that the decisions that you make about what goes into your body and how that affects your health, you're not going to give a crap about how the decisions you make affect the world around you, the planet, animals, and other people. with all the cigarettes, the booze, the animal protein, fast food, and all that, it's really hard to see how he'll give a crap about.
A vegan diet produces half as much CO2 as an American omnivore, uses 1/11th the amount of fossil fuels, 1/13th the amount of water, and 1/18th of the amount of land. After adding this all up, I realized I had the choice every single day to save over 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain, 30 square feet of forested land, the equivalent of 20 pounds of CO2, and one animal's life.
So is there any hope for Anthony Bourdain and the others who share this same problem? Well, I don't know for sure, but I can say that most of us at one point were not aware of all this information. We hadn't woken up yet to the fact that the food choices that we had been making were not particularly healthy for us, nor were they healthy for the planet and for the well-being of millions of animals. So, if it happened to us, maybe it will happen to him one day. He just had a daughter. He quit smoking recently because of that. So maybe that'll start him on a new path. Let's hope so. Let's have compassion for him instead of hating on him, and like his hate for us. Anyway, post your questions and comments down below. What do you think? Were those some of the most shocking, mean, hateful comments you've ever seen coming at a vegan? Well, I don't know. We see them all the time in the comments, but usually not from a celebrity. So let us know what you think down there. And if you got something out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe up here for more from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. Alright, before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to some of our newest Patreon sponsors, Stephanie Martin, Brandon Rackley, Samul, and Robert Clevens. Thank you. We appreciate your support on our page over at patreon.com/happyhealthyvegan. So until next time, guys, don't be like Anthony Bourdain. Get a bunch of carbs in you guys. Carb it up. Keep it carb, baby. Keep it carved.
You eat around this part of the world, Punjab in particular, get used to eating a lot of vegetarian.
Chickpeas, dal.
And India is one of the few places on earth where, even for me, that's not a burden.
Ooh, what's that? Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, right here, my good man.
If this was what vegetarianism meant in most of the places that practice it in the West, I'd be at least half as much less of a dick about the subject.
Look, hippie, if you made bread this good, I might eat at your restaurant.